The Great Barrier Reef. The Great Barrier Reef is an aquatic biome. Its salinity is approximately 35 parts out of 1,000. Its depth is 30 meters and the water flow is 7,000 cubic kilometers per day, which turns into 291.6 cubic kilometers per hour, 4.86 cubic kilometers per minute, and so on. This turbidity is 1.1 NTU and its temperature ranges between 69.8 to 82.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Some animals in the Great Barrier Reef include the dwarf minke whale, butterfly fish, parrotfish, bottlenose dolphin, olive sea snake, and coral banded shrimp. Whales have a mutualistic relationship with barnacles, and they are also cage strategists. Some plants in the Great Barrier Reef include red, green, and brown algae, Qualerpa, mangroves, and seagrass. The first endangered species in the Great Barrier Reef is the dugong. Dugongs are threatened by habitat loss and or degradation because of coastal development and industrial-related activities. They are also becoming victims of bycatch, which is the entanglement in a net. The second endangered species is the leatherback turtle. It is endangered because it is killed for its skin and its shell. It is also endangered because they are victims of bycatch and poaching. On the left-hand side of the paper, there is an example of a food chain. The seaweed is eaten by the jellyfish is eaten by the sea turtle, and the sea turtle is finally eaten by the shark. The shark eating the sea turtle is an example of predation, and the jellyfish eating the seaweed is an example of herbivory. The rest of the paper shows a complex version of a food chain in the Great Barrier Reef. A shark would fall into the category of a niche generalist, and a shrimp would fall into the category of a niche specialist. A keystone species in the Great Barrier Reef is coral. Coral provides marine species such as clownfish homes and protection. Coral are also calcifiers, a process by which marine animals convert ions from salt water into rigid calcium carbonate. Ecosystem Service Number 1 says that the Great Barrier Reef protects coastlines from natural disasters and other naturally occurring activities. These include storms and erosion. In other words, the Great Barrier Reef prevents erosion and protects its coast from giant waves or hurricanes. Ecosystem Service Number 2 says that the Great Barrier Reef, along with other coral reefs, provides food for millions of people. This food includes fish, shrimp, and crab. The economic benefits of the Great Barrier Reef. The first economic benefit comes from an estimate made by the National Marine Fisheries Service that is the commercial value of the coral reef is more than $100 million. Majority of this money comes from tourism. The second economic benefit is that more than $10 million comes from recreational fishing trips and restaurants. The $10 million also comes from money raised from jobs and volunteer events. Man's negative impact on this coral reef is tourism. Tourism negatively affects the coral reef by breaking the coral and by the pollution caused by tourist boats. People who directly walk on the coral often break it as well.